Guys, guys. See, I think I'm live now. Yo, they did it. They actually did it, bro. I I've been like I've been here for a few minutes. I just watched obviously the trophy presentation and everything. I don't know what to say, man. Like I was already getting emotional before, like when the chance would come in, the the game was ending. But seeing Shea put on the shirt, seeing the entire team put on the shirt, man. Yo, if y'all been here from the beginning, which I know most of you guys have been, like since the rebuild has started, since before then, man, this was doubted. Like you can say whatever right now, this was doubted. Them being able to succeed in a rebuild, them being able to get back to this point after trading Russ, after trading PG, man, you you can't take this stuff for granted, man. A lot of franchises will never see this. I mean, have never seen this before. Um, the success that this franchise has had. I mean, what they have in store. Mark's speech was beautiful, man. Mark's was beautiful. Shea kind of played it off, which I kind of expected. I mean, it was perfect for Shea. Um, Chet was really. I tweeted about Chet, like his journey to get here. Like he's had a tough few years. He's had, um, times where he's always been doubted. He's been coming back from injury. From him to have such a huge contribution in the series, I mean, that's that's surreal, man. So many things, like so many good stories, so many things I can talk about right now. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know about y'all, but I definitely started it. Get a little like emotional during that trophy presentation, man. Oklahoma City deserves this, but like now it's four more, right? It's four more. Job's far from finished, but at least for me, I don't. Again, I can't speak for you guys, your guys' experience. Obviously, the Thunder are a young franchise, but I became a fan 2011, 2012. But I was obviously younger at that point. I never became like a true diehard until like the Russ MVP year, right? That was my true like. I watched every single game basically. My entire life as Thunder fandom has been first round exits, first round exits, first round exits, first round exits. Um, to get to this where they win multiple rounds, they um make the finals 4 games in a row, bro. I'm enjoying this moment. I don't know if I can go back to classes. I don't know if I can do any work right now. I'm just gonna be smiling. I mean, I can any picture from that game, any picture from this playoffs, like dude, MVP in the finals. Yo, what's up, Power of Hoops, man? What's up, everybody, man? Exactly. I was too young for that 2012 finals, and I know a lot of you guys were right, or like even then, if it was 2012 finals, it's been 13 years. Um, Ever since then, it's been heartbreak, like in every single way. I mean, you go from 2013, 2014, you got the Ibaka injuries, you got the Durant injuries. 2015, I mean, 2015 was the main Durant injury. 2016, we don't have to even explain what happened. That entire year, off season, conference finals, everything. 2017, early exit. 2018, and one of the most embarrassing exits, 2019. That 40-foot shot, 2020 off season. We know what happened. Even then, in their like fun year, it even ends in a heartbreaking moment. The one fun year that the Thunder had with no expectations in 2020, Lou Dort obviously gets blocked. Then we know what the rebuild was. We know what lost year was. PJ Washington at the end. Just to see the success, just to see them get this far. It's like it's a blessing as a sports fan, obviously, right? Um, that's crazy, Catherine. Like that's crazy. A lot of us were fans for the entire rebuild. From my perspective, I was tweeting about random role players, random guys. Like I tweeted Olivia Sarr. Like there's so many guys, so many players that we were so locked in on, so many things that we talked about, so many players that we had fans of during the wait. Isaiah Roby, right? Darius Baisley, JRE. we can go on and on. Jalen Horde, Josh Hall. How many players led up to this point? How many players led up to this, man? Like, this is special, man. This is. I don't even know how I'm gonna feel if they actually get it done. Because right now I'm like 10% there. I'm like 90% of me is saying hold it back. There's still a lot to be done. But like, exactly, yeah. It's just so good to finally have a good run, man. Like so much heartbreak, so much. Yeah, the Timberwolves were not as good as I expected, man. But I'm not even gonna try to talk about the game. The big free is here, bro. The big free is here. That you are right, man. Shade Chat Jada, but we can look at this box score real quick. I don't have to stare at that Shay image all day. I mean, dude, like Jalen almost at 20. Shay was obviously absurd. I mean, Shea is just like having one of the greatest seasons ever, and I can go on and on about talking about Shea and his season, but this is he's had like he's like three bad games since like game 4 against Memphis. He had like that game 3 against Denver. He had that game 3 against Minnesota. Outside of those games, he's been nearly flawless. I cannot believe that he's become this good of a player. I cannot believe that the Thunder have their hands on this type of talent. Like the trio showing up. Yeah, like this is what end of the day, forget even right now. Going into next year, going into the future. As long as you have these three players and Mark Dagnall, I feel confident. You have these players for the next decade. I mean, shout out Presti, bro. Shout out what does SGA rank as an all-time guard if we win it all? Man, point guard, shooting guard, whatever. He's top 5. Like only players who can really talk with him are like guys like Kobe, Steph, Jordan, Magic. Like those are like the only guys like clearly above him. Everyone else, he's right there. Um, but man, that Chet performance too was sensational to watch. Like he had an up and down playoffs. He obviously had the injuries, coming back and becoming a high impact player. Um, again, completely dominating back to back playoff games, having a very good series overall. Absurd stuff, man. And the ending of this game was so fun. Also, it was like a start to finish, like cinematic masterpiece. You had Usman Jang finishing it off with those 3 pointers. Isaiah Joe came in and started going on a heater. He just randomly went on a heater. Um, again, like this team is just perfect, man. Like everything about it. It's like I don't really care if other fans don't want to like this team, like if it's not likable or anything. But this is 11 points in 3 minutes. Like this is one of the most fun teams I've ever had to root for. Not just because of how good they are, like every aspect about them, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to play. To see how they play against Indiana. Most likely, New York still has a chance, but that's what I'm saying. Diff like this team has improved so much. Like it's they still have they're literally improving as we talk. Like every single game they take a leap. Like honestly, if you replay that Denver series, they probably win in 5 or 6 games. Like it's becoming scary, man. Like they're so young, they're soaking in so much new information at each time. I agree, man. We need Cam Johnson after every loss, dude. Game three versus Game 3 versus Denver. They're down 2-1. They're down 10 points in the fourth quarter in Game 4. Like man, they faced adversity. They faced the best player in the world. They faced everything, bro. I will buy every single shade colorway. Actually, probably not. I don't have that much money, but like, I'll definitely buy one or two, man. You remember my 500 tweets, bro? Exactly, man. Like, I could probably quote tweet that later tonight. That's a good idea, but that's probably a good idea. I'll probably quote tweet that later tonight. But dude, like, this was a playing team literally a year or two ago, man. This was just a fun little story, man. A fun little like young team up and coming. Now they're leading the way. They're the most dominant team in the league. Yeah, I'm gonna get one or two for sure. The black ones, you know what? You know what? Maybe it's because he played so good, but I love the Shea Butters. I think those were my favorite ones. No, for real. Congrats to everybody, bro. Everyone here deserves it, man. Like, even if you became a new Thunder fan, even if you're a Thunder fan from the beginning, we all deserve this, man. We all we all rooted for them through the lows and highs and lows. But I'm gonna post the reaction like live to the game after because like, bro, now I can't describe what I was feeling throughout that game. It just kept coming and coming. I think Indiana will be a fun matchup. I do think it could possibly go 6 or 7, anyways. Yeah, I think Indiana will be fun. Very good offense. Obviously, I don't really need to clarify that, but no, I don't know about 6 or 7. We'll see. We'll see. I feel pretty good about no matter who's coming out east, but Indiana definitely has like enough shooting to just at least play for games. Do you think Shea will release the 0-0 Y version? Yeah, yeah, it probably will definitely, or maybe he has like another yellow variant. I'm pretty sure, like a gold one. Bro, Zach, you 100%, bro. Everyone from Canada is allowed as a Shea fan. Dude, Alex Crusoe, man, Alex Crusoe, retire his jersey. Retire Alex Crusoe's jersey, bro. Please, like, I don't know how long he's gonna be here. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. That guy is maybe the greatest guard defender I've ever watched. Maybe one of the greatest guard defenders ever. And the metrics support it. The eye test supports it. Like everything, on ball, off ball, passing lanes, guarding the big. Like you could probably put like a 1 to 2 hour tape of Alex Caruso's defense this playoffs, man. And it's not even just the plays that he gets a turnover on or gets like a big impact play. Like he just messes up so many things for the opposing team's offense, man. Bro, okay, okay. This is premature, right? Premature, obviously. But as we're having that conversation, like I don't even know how many guys we're gonna retire if we do end up winning it all. Like forget like multiple. Like if they win one, I don't even know how many players they're retiring. Like you went to Shea's high school in Canada, bro. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I'm pretty sure they did the mural outside his school recently. It's pretty cool. No, Cruz is already like one of my top 5, 6 favorite Thunder players ever, man. Like like the Thunder already had this defensive culture. Like the hard nosed culture, like the hustling. I didn't even know like you could bring it up to like another notch. I felt like they kind of like peaked in that aspect. But I mean, Cruz was the goat, bro. Like, bro, he shot 1 of 5 today, and he probably was like the second best player on the floor, third best player on the floor. Dude, Minnesota's first half was Noah. Calm down, bro. Noah, calm down. Um, no, Minnesota was completely wrecked by today. Like that first half was hilarious. Like I think they scored 9 points in the first quarter, like 28 points in the first half. That was they were completely lost, man. Yeah, Indy, bro. Isaiah, you guys want to have some fun? You guys want to have some fun? Let's name search Isaiah Roby. Come on, let's see. Let's see. When's the last time I tweeted Isaiah Roby? Oh, players in, players out. Damn, I did not tweet much about it. Isaiah Roby is a really solid NBA player with very nice offensive skills at size. Also, doesn't mean you have to lie about him. I don't know what the context this is from, but no, there's like I have like 20, 30 tweets on like every single random Thunder player. Um, that's hilarious, man. McDaniels was 0 of 6 in the first. Bro, they left McDaniels open like 3 or 4 times, and his confidence was completely lost. Uh, you want the point where like the game like it really stepped in my mind like the Wolves were completely out was when Randall took that like layup over like 3 guys inside inside the paint. I don't know if you guys remember. I think Chet got a block on it. Like Randall was so frustrated, he just wanted to get a shot up, so he just shot some random bullshit in the paint. Neesmith on Shea next round. Honestly, like not to sound cocky, but like I really don't care who's the Shea's primary matchup at this point. It's mainly like how aggressive they're playing him. I think like you can literally put any defender on Shea. It just matters on how aggressive like Indiana wants to be against him. Yeah, and that one game was against Cleveland in Cleveland in Cleveland. Without Chet, and they were like one of the best teams in the NBA. I mean, one of the best teams ever up to that point. 22-7 was when I said it was over. Not, I'm not gonna lie. Like the first like 5 6 minutes, it kind of already felt like the fact that Minnesota like looked that dead offensively. I didn't really have any. I didn't really have any second thoughts about them winning this game. No, Shea and Mark's yeah, Shea's like composure, like, because you know what the thing is, like there's a lot of things being said about Shea during the series, right? By the fans, by some of their players. Like Anthony Edwards literally threw a ball at Shea, right? Just randomly after the first quarter. You know, Jaden's complaining about his flopping, like all these sort of things, like this ability that Shea can just. Like, we talk about players ignoring and just embracing it, but like he just completely shuts it out. Like it's kind of taken for granted. Easily the best guard season since 16 Steph. Easily. I'm not at this point. It's like not even guards, right? We're looking like best seasons overall, like start to finish. You know, um, obviously Jokic is up there. That one Giannis year is up there, but like Kawhi, like that is right up there with those guys. 19 Kawhi, um, 21 Giannis, 23 Jokic, 25 Shea. Like these are like the guys he's in conversations with. Pacers play so fast, need Kaysen and Caruso and Halliburton. I think Dort will get blown out. Yeah, I don't know if this is a great Dort matchup defensively, defensively, and I've said this every single series that we played. I honestly do think he's got bad luck. I think he's gone pretty bad luck, but yeah, this is a series where I think Kaysen could truly dominate. Like just because he gets over screens so easily and he's so quick, and that's really the thing. You need quickness. You don't really need like bulk if you're defending the Pacers, right? They really just get by you on drives. They do a lot of drive and cake. So having someone with speed and good screen navigation is probably the best. So yeah, this is probably a good matchup for Kaysen also. But free throw merchant and what? No, four free throws, all easy money sniper four, and like two of them were technical free throws. No, Dort was awesome. Dort was awesome when once the Thunder started pressuring. So like, I think Dort is a lot better when you. I think Dort struggles when like he's playing like those pick and roll defensive coverages. But like once you blitz, once you um like hard hedge, and once like he can become physical with them, he's much better. So yeah, Dort was really good. And just like really just taking Ant out the game, right? Getting him frustrated, getting him uh like not letting him get the ball. Like his ball denial was awesome. You know, just denying him from getting any easy touches. If we get J Dub and yeah, this was J Dub and Chet's. We can argue this was Jalen Williams and Chet's best playoff series of their career, each of them, right? I think you can argue that. Um, really, this was like the best playoff series for almost all of our guys. Yo, what's up, Flacco? We are here. Yeah, Dort was here. Yeah, Dort and Shea, man. Dort and Shea. Like, I should probably talk about Dort a bit, like on Twitter also. Like, he was a G League guy, man. A G League guy. And now he's a starter on an NBA Finals team, on a Western Conference Finals champion. Like, you know what's really cool? Hold up, I can pull it up. Um, basically tweeting about this was really cool. Yeah, man. Like again, so many friends made along the way. Like, bro, the Thunder probably rostered like 40 to 50, maybe even more guys during that rebuilding stretch. Like, like it was insane. You know, um, so many raw guys, so many young guys. Man, Bays was there from the start. We can talk about this for like a quick sec, but like Baisley was like supposed to be like a core member. Obviously, didn't pan out well. Obviously, but like, um, man, so many so many good stories coming out this run. Anthony Edwards was in hell, airball sideward, side to backboard, everything. Yeah, he was chucking up some 30 footers at the end of that. I mean, in the second half, he was just trying to get a shot off. Like he was so frustrated. If you had to bet how many ex OKC players are pulling up for game one, um, that's a good question. How many ex Thunder players are? Oh, Kenny, that's a good one. Kenny's not beginning because he came a year after Shanlu, but like, yeah, Kenny's like the third most recent guy. Unk, bro, I think Shea gave him the conference finals trophy first out of all those guys, which was a beautiful moment, obviously. If you had to bet how many OKC players are pulling up, I would say a good bit. The thing is like a lot of like the Thunder legends are obviously still in the league. I think Chris Paul will pull up probably for like a maybe at least like the closeout games if there is any. But there's definitely gonna be a few. Definitely like guys like Jeremy Lamb, those type of guys like Eric Manor. No, Eric Manor's a coach now, but like they're gonna have a good amount of players coming. I think CP3 will come. Yeah, yeah. RJ, that's the craziest thing. Like the Thunder are having one of the most dominant playoff runs ever, while shooting so much below the season average from free, and a lot of it's not more than just like bad shooting luck and stuff like that, but like still the fact that you're able to dominate a playoff run without even shooting well from free in this NBA is unheard of. I mean, they what shot today? They shot well. Today shot well, 40%, but overall in the playoffs they shot like 32, 33% um, for the postseason, and they obviously dominated it throughout for the most part. We're gonna have to pay so many players at the end of the season. Yeah, but like I think the guys you have to pay are Shea, Chen, J-Dub. All those other guys are gonna be you can do it next year or a year after. But like as long as you keep those free, I'm pretty certain everything else will, you know, work its way around. Cephalosha, Derek Fisher, yep, all these guys. It really feels like the less frees we're hitting, the bigger the lead, just because it means the fast break is eating. Yeah, whenever the Thunder can get, I mean, to generate the turnovers, there was a stretch in the second quarter where it felt like Nas Reed and Julius Randle literally were scared to dribble the ball because of Caruso and J-Dub and Kaysen just like putting hell. Like like we talk about the Thunder's defense, obviously as a whole unit they deserve credit, but like those three guys, Kaysen, Dub, and Caruso, are the guys that like really like start these turnover runs, really um make everything so crazy. So here's the NBA Finals schedule. So Thursday, so like 2 day break. Pretty fine schedule. Pretty fine schedule. Yeah, that's a pretty cool schedule. I think they could have probably won one more weekend games, but only like one mid game guaranteed. But like that's a long time. So the Thunder will be at home until today's the 28th. They'll be at home for like 10, 11 days, which is for the next 10, 11 days. No travel, just locked in at home. All the games start at pretty much the same time outside like the Sunday games. Came a long way from the like said Pokasevsky days. Man, like Thunder Twitter was like putting all their eggs in him becoming like the next, like saving the franchise and stuff, and not saving the franchise, but like obviously like being like a core piece. Like there's so much dialogue about Poku. I remember that like Thunder fans going back and forth with like other fans, like trying to convince them that yeah, Poku has such high upside. Poku is gonna be great when he's like 24, 25. I'm so happy we're away from those days. I'm not gonna lie. As much as I love those guys like Poku, it was so miserable at times. Just like clearly defending bad players at the time. Our last game of the year is gonna be June 13th. Yeah. Now here's the thing. I no matter what, I will not be able to watch the game on June 13th. So game four, I will not be able to watch the game. I already found out about this like a good month or two ago, which was like the one bad thing about the schedule. But yeah, I'm probably gonna have to find a way like watch that game myself. That's gonna be like the first Thunder game, which is crazy. Game four of the NBA Finals is gonna be like the first Thunder game I'm gonna be missing in like in years. I mean that I voluntarily missed, right? So yeah, I would obviously love them to sweep, but like I just hope I'm kind of selfishly hoping they win in like 4 or 5 games. I mean, in 5 games, just so I can watch like the final win in Oklahoma City. But like it's always funny seeing teams trade on those stars and seeing what happens. To be fair, I can't completely blame them. You know, obviously like Kawhi and Paul George at their peaks, like that's a lot. But yeah, I mean, I know Clipper fans are clearly sick right now, man. Like that's gotta feel shit. It's always we thought we had the next Jokic, bro. Like Poku was supposed to be like that guy, man. Like basically like what people think Chet, like basically like Chet really. Like I'm not even trying to make that comparison, but like shot blocking four, like he can shoot the free really well, high level playmaker. Like he was supposed to be like a mix between like Giddy and like Chet, basically. Like it was insane. Like the dialogue around Poku, man. Like he was expected to be like everything. Yeah, Western Conference champions, man. Theo Maladin go. Yeah, I love Theo, man. Theo was super fun. Clippers have traded away more future MVP. Yeah. Hey, hey, have a good lunch, Power of Hoops, man. Have a good lunch, man. Western Conference champs, bro. Yeah, no, like these guys have not rested in so long, like since like nonstop every single game. In the conference finals, there was no rest. Obviously, you just said like Game 7. Obviously, there's no excuses, man. This run has been legit. This run has been legit. Easy money sniper. That's the thing. Like I know you're saying he did miss a beat, but like I also do think Chet was clearly like not clearly, but like just slightly like less explosive, slightly um less nimble post injury, and I think that's all gonna change really quickly. Coming this offseason once he gets full rest. Yeah, credit Chris Paul. Man, love Chris. That's it's so crazy how almost all of these all of us Thunder fans have grown to love Chris Paul, considering like we kind of hated him before he came. Not hated, but like there was some disdain because of like all the Russ stuff between him and CP3. But the GOAT Derek Favors, bro, we had Derek Favors starting games. Game 1. That's crazy times. We need a new PR team. Yeah, I will say, like the Thunder need to step up their social media game. You know, like Loki give me an admin, bro. Loki give me admin, but like they kind of slack at times. I think they could do a much better job at hyping this up and stuff like that. But it's fine. Yeah, yeah. I think Chet's feeling like what, like 90% of what he probably is. Um, what do you call 90% of what he probably could have been this season, and then it's not even like adding like whatever he could have been. You know, whatever he can develop into like a few years later, right? CP3 more loved in OKC than KD. Imagine telling that to someone 10 years ago. Yeah, that sounds impossible, man. No, Flacco, that is true. That's true. I can say that too. Yeah, I've talked to Thunder PR before a few times. Yeah, I think that's a whole story for another day. You know, there's gonna be a lot of time in the off season. I'll probably like talk about that one day. But there's a lot of reason why the Thunder PR and the Thunder's like entire like uh, media circles like so quiet. It's like they don't really ask certain questions. They don't really have that much access. There's a certain reason behind all of it. At the end of the day, it's not like they're it's not like they're doing this by choice, right? Xavier Simpson hook shot. Yeah, Halbert. How? Yeah, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for June, man. At least the Thunder's the SJ's MVP edit was so good. Yeah, I love that. I love that. The edits were really good about the MVP. Everything about the MVP stuff was really good. But yeah, I think they could have done a much better job with some of the other stuff. But like again, I'm not here to complain about the social media team today. Big Al Horford. Yeah, Horford was underrated, man. Horford. This was so cold, bro. I love this. This is so good, yo. Converse put out a tweet saying, "Not hard to believe Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is headed to the finals," and it's basically mocking Obviously it's mocking Anthony Edwards. You see the ant here, but it's mocking like the believe that right from Anthony Edwards, like the his thing, not hard to believe. So this was cold. This was cold. This was cold. Jalen Chet, yeah, absolutely Friday. You see Nike's basketball tweet? Hold up, we can see. Ooh, 68 wins in a blowout to remind you who runs the West. Hey, am I am I am I like what do you call it? Not thinking of something, but who was the Nike correlation with the Thunder? Is it Chet? I guess it's really just Chet, right? I guess they made that tweet because of Chet. Yeah, and then Adidas. Yeah, yeah, they have. I don't think Nike is gonna fuck with Van because of Adidas stuff, obviously. So that makes sense. 13 years in the making, man. No, no, Shay's Converse. That Shay's Converse post is probably like his best, like one of my favorite things like they've ever posted from that side. Was Gordon and Murray the third and fourth best players we played so far? Okay, so obviously Jokic won. Jokic won. Jokic won. Two, two Ant, right? I would still say two's Ant, right? Yeah, yeah. Those are third and fourth best players we played. Yeah, probably pretty easily, honestly. Yeah, and to think shit. Then I'm so hyped for the Netflix show, man. Halliburton, Shea. That's perfect. I mean, if Halliburton obviously makes the finals, we'll have to see. It's still not guaranteed, but that's crazy. I honestly can say that I never really expected Halliburton to get this far. I thought it was gonna be a. I was kind of confused why they put him in there. Not because I didn't think it was good, but like it felt like it was a very like there was not much going on with Indiana this year. Like they didn't really make any new addition. I didn't really think there was anything much interesting, but yeah, June 5th is so long, bro. Hey, I got this entire week. I'm gonna try to stream almost every other day. I'm gonna try to obviously watch some. I'm not gonna do it today, but like whenever the series is confirmed, I'll probably start tomorrow, honestly, and I'll start making like the series preview for Thunder versus Pacers. I'll make a video, 100% making a video on it. Hopefully like 15, 20 minutes long, and I'll stream about that series every single time. I mean every single day almost until game one, because there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to talk about either series, but if Indiana wins, we're not even putting that in the air. The job figuring us out thing was so funny. Like because of one good half of basketball, like Thunder completely locked up Jaw for 2 games, and in one half had him figuring us out. That's just very funny. We just saw it. Game three is probably like the fakest game of any playoff series because like especially when you're up when the other team's up 2-0, like the team that's down 2-0 almost always wins that game for you. Almost always has a huge response. Like that's just like a it's literally the adjustment game in every single series, like for the other team. So like if you're going off in game three, it doesn't really mean much until carries over to the other parts of the series. Real confident for the finals, even though that doesn't hold much weight. No, I no, I obviously feel really good. What happened, Arvand? Pacers also lost every game three. Yeah, the game three is just like a game that most teams lose. After the blow game, yeah, there was a lot of fun running on. It was kind of fun just to tease Minnesota. Not tease like tease their fans, like like there was a lot of them. I'm not gonna call them out. Legitimately thought they're gonna win like four in a row. They like completely figured them out. Completely figured out the defense. It was just kind of funny to see all that happen. Is Drake coming to one of the games? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I think he might. I think he might. I think he'll definitely pull up to a parade potentially if it happens, obviously. But other than that, we'll see. We'll see. I definitely There's definitely gonna be some celebrities eventually. Some over the course of the final series. Thunder just beat the 2017 Warriors record for double digit wins. Yeah, I saw that. I also saw like they had like the most 30-point wins in playoff, not playoff. Yeah, in playoff history. The most. I think they had 4 playoff wins. Yeah, I saw that tweet, Flacco. I saw that. I saw that tweet. Um, yeah, defense does win championships. We're also playing against like the best offense if you play Indiana. So it's a very fun stylistic battle. Very fun. The thing is though, I do really trust the Thunder's offense a lot more recently. Um, so I don't really know how much that matters. How much is what was Shea's stats this series? Stats versus Timberwolves playoffs. Hope we get to see this. I'm just a little curious right now. We got Jaden McDaniels. No, I think a few will come, Zach. A few will definitely come. That's just how it goes. No matter what. Not high, maybe not high level. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, if it's New York though, if it's New York, they definitely will. I mean, if like the Thunder play New York, they'll be coming to Oklahoma. That's just what happens. Nah, Bryce. I think Drake rocks with Shea pretty strongly. That's a really great series from Shea. What about J Dub? I think J Dub stats are pretty crazy. 22, 62 shooting. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm still hoping for New York. I'm pulling hope for New York. One game at a time, obviously, but I want to see Shea in the Garden so bad. I just don't think it's gonna happen, obviously. But I'm very I've honestly kind of accepted that this is kind of funny. I don't know who sports brand this is, but like Shea Thunder versus New York ad, right? We're talking about it, but I know it's a pretty fun petty detail. Andrew Nemar stopped wearing Shea's on the next series, and he probably realized like it's a what do you call? It's a real possibility now. It makes sense. Yeah, it would be kind of messed up for him to wear Shea shoes against him, while guarding him. That would be kind of funny. I don't think Nikel wore them either. I might be wrong. I don't know if Nikel wore his shoes either. Yeah, I just realized that. Yeah, there's a lot of Canadians in the finals. Shea, Dort, Nemar, Matherin, and then obviously Siakam's not Canadian, but like has roots to Toronto with the Raptors. So that would be crazy. That would be crazy. This is a crazy series from Shea. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna tweet all of these out later, but yeah, not Nikel changed shoes out also. That makes sense. Bro, we actually won the Western Conference Finals. We're heading to the finals, dude. Again, I'm gonna post a reaction like later, like the full game reaction or whatever. I'll try to see. I was dead. I was nearly in tears, bro. Like I was nearly. I didn't have any, but like it was like steaming out, bro. Like, do you think the long rest would affect them in the first game of the finals? Um, I think both. Assuming Indiana wins, pretty like doesn't go to seven, they'll both be off long rest. I don't think it'll be a big deal. Also, just concerned at home. I mean, it could make a small difference, but like, I don't, I don't think it's something to worry about. They also just played well off rest. Actually, I mean, they blew out Memphis game one, right, off of like a lot of rest. So like, I don't think it's a huge deal. I think they've shown they can play. Yeah, Nikhil honestly like obviously I understand why, but he honestly fell a bit. He looked a bit salty at times. That series, he definitely was like, yeah. I thought there would be a little more like interaction between those two. Let me see if we can get any clips from the NBA. Even if they do, we've seen so many hard slow starts of Thunder to shake it back. Yeah, it could be a little bit of an adjustment period, but at worse, I think they'll figure it out. Dude, this is so cold. This is so cold, man. Whew, Shay, come on. Shay and Ant. Terrell's trading all those assets for Gobert. I'm expecting Dort to lock up Halbert so badly. I think it'll be interesting to see how the Thunder guard how the Thunder guard. Hold on, my bad. The Thunder guard Halliburton. Obviously you can't guard him as aggressively as you did with Edwards because like he's like this second or third best passer in the NBA, right? But so it's gonna be like a it's gonna be cool combat. It's gonna be a cool stylistic difference. That Indiana also has like a lot of good shooters. They play a lot of ball handlers. They play McConnell. They play Siakam. They play Nemhard next to Halliburton at all times. Matherin. All these guys are comfortable with the ball. So like it'll be a little. I don't think you can be as aggressive. So we'll see. I think basically the Thunder will be daring Halliburton to beat them in isolation. I think that's probably what the series is gonna look like. Yeah, I'm hoping for the Knicks in seven. I'm not praying. I'm not that like I'm not. I don't want the Knicks to win that bad, but like I will definitely prefer for them to like pull through somehow. Yeah, no, and it's a good man, at least on the court. Yeah, how he's playmaking is godly. Also, it's gonna be really interesting because like he's one of like the best players to like obviously not making mistakes, being turnover averse. He had like 15 assists and zero turnovers, right? The other game. So it's gonna be really interesting to see like Halliburton, like who's one of the best at not turning the ball over, play against a defense's entire purpose is to turn the ball over. You know, I think it's gonna be somewhat. It could be similar to Luca, maybe like how the Thunder play Luca, maybe like a lot of hard hedging, like just prevent him shooting pull up threes, prevent him from getting drives the entire time. Like just force him to make the pass early on. Honestly, that might be it. They might just play him like Luca did. Like they play Luca in a similar way. A tired Knicks team with no depth would be a dream to play. I don't care about the quality of hoops. I just need that ring. Yeah, I get you, man. I get you, man. Nah, Pacers were pretty sloppy with the ball in game four. Knicks couldn't capitalize. No. Pacers turned the ball over a decent bit. This is like their lead ball handler. Halliburton does it. I would like to see Lou make his life hard, huh? Doran Pascal. I think that could be an option. Doran Pascal. I think that see on Siakam. I think it'd make his life really hard. A lot of he's gonna have to post up a lot. He's gonna have to shoot over the top of him. I live with that because like the Thunder are a really good post defense, and Siakam loves to play in the post. So I would love just having Dort as that muscle and then rotate behind him. But I'm really fine with anyone. We have so many potential matchups you can go to. You can honestly even try putting Chet on Siakam at times. At times, not for a full game. At times, just to like um get him uncomfortable like getting any shots close away. Who do you want Dub on then? No, I do think Dub should start on Siakam. I just do think Dort's like an interesting option at times. We'll see. We'll see. I we can check the matchup data maybe. Um, or we can do that. Why not? Why not? Pascal Siakam. Let's see how they did against him. Hold up. Matchup. How many games did Pascal play against us? Against Joe Williams in 6 minutes, he didn't score once. That's a pretty good sign. Meaning he didn't get okay. It just changed my screen. Just changed, but like he barely got shots off against Dub in his door. I have to see. I don't know what just changed. I don't know if they put Dub on him much. I mean, Dort on him much. He's not even showing up. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I know Pacers been playing a lot better for some reason. I'm more scared of the Knicks' top end talent than Pacers. Plus, I think Dort and Dub match up way better against Brunson and Towns. Actually, that's fair. I just think like the if you really want to beat the Thunder, you really need to like do something that's like a bit untraditional. That's I think that's my something I've been saying all postseason. If you want to beat them, if you want to get them out their comfort zone for 4 out of 7 games, you're gonna have to do something. You're gonna have to like play in such a unique way. I think New York doesn't really like stress them in a way that other teams haven't. I think Denver for example was one of those teams. Like Jokic playing Jokic in the post is something you can't prepare for. Jokic in the post is something that um you really have to concede something to, right? I think the same with Indiana's offense. It plays so fast. They get so many open 3 point looks that I think just gives them a chance. I don't. I think just New York playing like a pick and roll, pick and roll, pick and pop offense between Brunson and Towns. It's not going to do much. Um, I agree. I think the top end talent's a little better. Like especially like if you add OG and Anobi and Mikel when he's playing well, but I just think Indiana's offense is just too good. The shooting's just too good to like say that. The Crusoe edition was not flashy enough. Yeah, like his again. I said it. He might be getting his jersey retired if he continues on this pace, man. And I'm not saying that lightly. Like he's been easily the third or fourth best player this postseason. I mean, for me, like Shea's obviously clearly number one, and then like after that, like I mean, Jadam and Che are obviously second and third, like in totality. But like Crusoe's been up there. Like he's been consistent through all 3 rounds, while Chen and Dub have been up and down for each series. It's not like I'm underestimating the Eastern Conference. Yeah, the West is better. The West is better. 4 more, 4 more. Do you think Mark finally switches to leave corner free strategy because that feels like a death sentence versus them? Yeah, I just feel like, uh, hmm. Yeah, I think this could be the first series that we don't see aggressive coverages from Mark. I don't know. I'm battling through. Does he go full Luca, where he just like get the ball out of Halliburton's hands, don't let him create that initial advantage, or does he just let them play 1-on-1 for most of the series in terms of like just not helping much, which would not be very fun to read. But like, if there's any team you do it against, it's Indiana, because like as good as Halliburton is, he's not really gonna destroy you playing 1-on-1 or playing like shooting a bunch of shots. Like he only can shoot like 18 to 20 shots a game at most on his best nights because of just how he gets the shot off. He's not really explosive. And he doesn't really have like a quick 3 pointer. So like there's only so many ways he can score. So I could see like he can change his like priorities a bit like away from helping and just playing more 1-on-1, just stopping the ball in front of him. Uh, yeah, Caruso's hip was so annoying this year. I know a lot of people got frustrated, with how everything went with him. It was kind of annoying at times, obviously. Him being out every few games. 4 more is crazy. It's starting to settle in for me. Yeah, same. Me too, man. Me too. 4 more. Man, let's go back to the game. Still, it doesn't feel real. It does not feel real. Yeah, I'm gonna whenever I end the stream, probably pretty shortly, honestly. But like whenever I go up the stream, I'm literally just gonna go upstairs and start screaming. Honestly, I'm just gonna celebrate. I don't know how to feel right now. If Indiana makes it, I just know TJ McConnell is gonna piss me off. They probably are like like the number one team of having like the most annoying role players like Neesmith, McConnell, Nemhard, um, all the guys just made like crazy bad like crazy shots like you just get super annoyed with. Yeah, Halliburton's gonna. I just don't think you can play that aggressive against Halliburton. I just think you have to force him to play 1-on-1. If Halliburton just ends up getting his game off versus Caruso and Dort and Kaysen every single time down the stretch, whatever, man, you just gotta live with it. But until he proves that he's that level of scorer, I'm just not really buying it at all, you know. But yeah, we'll see. Obviously, it's amazing to say that we're in the finals. It is, man. It definitely is. It definitely is. If you're blessed enough to go all the way, you better make. Bryce, I promise you, I'm going to the parade. I'm going to the parade no matter what. If you guys are living in Oklahoma, obviously, um, if you guys live in Oklahoma, obviously, I'll try to meet up with you all there. But yeah, I was trying to get to the finals, but I don't know if that's possible. That part kind of sucks, but I'll definitely be at the parade no matter what. Yeah, I don't think Mark. Yeah, I still think Mark will at least begin the series aggressive. Maybe like he tones it down over time. I remember the fun to play the Pacers for the second time where they completely dominated them. They won like 20, 30 points. Not only did like just Shea just able to get in the paint every single time he needed to, it was also like Halliburton. I think like he had to pick up the ball earlier. Indiana's offense didn't feel as comfortable. I think that's the main thing, right? Just find a way to make Indiana's offense stop humming. Just make a way to feel a bit of uncomfort. So we'll see. We'll see. I think they'll do it. I mean, they've proven it time and time again. Like today was one of the greatest defensive first halves we've ever seen. You know, they do this stuff consistently. Mark has coached a brilliant defensive playoffs from start to finish. Like you can gripe about some of his offensive decisions, his rotations, etc., stuff like that. But obviously, this has been a one of one defensive run. Let's soak it in tonight. 100%, 100%, 100%. Yeah, I appreciate your power food. I'm probably gonna call it right now too. I've I'm a poster reaction. Power Hoops was there live. I'm a poster reaction live of like the entire game, the reaction to making the finals and everything. But again, I'll appreciate all of y'all for coming out. Western Conference champions. You know, we got another week till the finals. Four more games. Um, but again, everyone celebrate today, no matter what, no matter where you guys are watching, where you guys, how you guys became Thunder fans, no matter what. Just everyone has something to celebrate tonight. So I appreciate all of y'all coming out. I'll post it later on, but I'll see y'all, man.